Yo, 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 what's going on, everyone? What up, what up? It's your girl, Audie, getting at you guys with another Art Struggles Spaces. Yeah, you guys see the title? Do you guys see the title? The title is, I told you they were frauds. That's what we're going to be talking about in this on the spaces. So I'm gonna try my hardest because I know sometimes I can get extremely loud, and to be straight up with you guys, it's a pain in the ass when I edit. I'm just like, damn bitch, you're gonna blow out the mic. Like, you can't go any lower in the volume settings, you know what I'm saying? I just get beside myself. Like, I get in those moments where it's like, are you fucking joking? And I just get hysterical. I can help it, but I don't want to help it. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, here we go. I had to pull up receipts. And if I remember, I'm going to try and post the episode where I was just blown. I was just disgusted with how certain artists is, like, the sales pitch is just unbelievable, and to me just unbearable, you know? Okay, so enough stalling. So in that episode that I did, I'm trying to just talk normal. I should probably watch the levels as I'm talking. So in that episode, I was talking about how I gave up $10 to go behind a paywall of these artists that, don't get me wrong, like, they really are great artists. I would love to paint in that style. But I just feel like, like, since you're teaching all these people, and I actually dropped numbers. I dropped numbers of how many students they had, per class that they had, and it's a lot of people, and it's like they're teaching people the same styles of their works, and it's like, I would love to paint in that way, but I just don't think, it would be more of their work, right? And I am not a fan of copying or anything. Techniques, sure. Like how to use certain mediums, and there goes my hot wings. Um, but um, in that episode, I said, like, you know, they just, like, they see the numbers. They see the numbers of their YouTube videos, right? And I paid $10 for a video that used to be free to watch on YouTube. But like I said in that episode, you guys can go check it out. I said, I think the mother, right? I think she saw those numbers on the free video and she was like, hey, let's put this behind a paywall. So I paid $10 to see the very same video that I seen for, like, on YouTube for nothing. And I paid for it. If that was intentional, they certainly got me. But if I paid $10 to, like, if I went to the wrong place, okay, maybe, I don't know, but I've seen everything. Like, the same playlist that they have behind the paywall is the same playlist that they have on YouTube still. Okay, so moving on. um This shit fucking had me. All right, so this very same company, they actually okay, they're running advertisements, right? For like, oh, are you sick of your paintings looking plasticky and cartoony and just kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of throwing shade at people's works that do look cartoony and plasticky. I think from what I read in the comments, that the owner was saying like, oh, plasticky meaning like acrylics. And I remember when I went behind a paywall that the owner, she was like, oh, acrylic paintings don't really sell good. Like they're not good sellers. Art galleries, they avoid acrylic paintings. I don't know how true that is. I don't know where this lady's taking her stuff to, those types of galleries that actually think this way. I don't know how true that is, where they're at, but um it was kind of like throwing shade, like, like, oh, I don't fuck with people that work with acrylic, or like it just kind of sounds like that, even though she does use acrylics as an underpainting, whatever. But they run ads to promote their business, obviously, to get more people to sign up, spend money, like over a grand to teach you how to paint. When, like I said in that episode, I said there are a lot of people out there that can teach you, that are teaching you for free on how to paint with acrylics, how to paint with oils, whatever. But in these ads, they were actually taking people's artworks. They were taking people's artworks that those artists have put on their social medias to promote their works, to whether, to sell it, or maybe they have their own art classes or whatever. But these bitches fucking took all these other artists' plasticky looking, cartoony, works to put into their advertisements as, oh no, you don't want your paintings to look like this. You want your paintings to look like ours. And I was like, oh, gotcha, bitch. Okay, so um I was looking at the advertisement, and most of the time they don't have comments. But this advertisement that they had, it had a few comments in it, and I was like, I wonder. And before I checked it out, before, like when I seen the numbers, I was like, oh, it's probably a bunch of people just, licking their assholes and, just kissing ass and, complimenting them, and them receiving the compliments, but them not, you know, saying, oh, thank you, like, just not returning, like not interacting with them. They just want motherfuckers to sign up and throw money at them and, let videos teach them. It's not really them teaching you live. I'm just guessing, right? Because I haven't paid for an actual class. Okay. But oh my God, this is just, and I'm actually happy about this because it just proves that I'm like somewhat correct in everything that I was saying in that episode. Okay, so there's a person, and I don't know if I should drop names. I don't know if I should drop names, but this woman tagged a artist, excuse me. She tagged a artist saying, "Did you get permission for them to use your work in this video?" And someone else chimed in and said, "My question exactly." And the person that they tagged said, "The answer is no, but they will not take it down. They just stole images of several artists' work without their permission to use in their ad." And he tagged another artist and said, "This artist has asked them multiple times already to remove his work since he did not give permission for them to use it. It's disgusting to need to stoop this low to promote your business. Really sad." Yeah, yeah. I was like, holy shit. And I took these screenshots, I want to say about a week ago. So they're still running these ads. Um, oh, okay. Like I said, I just took these screenshots a week ago. These comments were posted 13 weeks ago. And when I took these screenshots, they were still running these fucking ads. Oh my god. And here's other comments. Someone had said, "I think it's rude to call all these people's art cartoony and plasticky. Also, your mentor is your mother. Strange to not present her as that." And then somebody said, "Everything doesn't have to be realism." And lastly, somebody said, "What's wrong with cartooning?" Everybody has their own fucking art style. Sure, you can try it. You could try to attempt if that's really what you want to do. Even if you just want to, like just try it, not to just be like, "Oh, I want to do realism. I want to do portraits. I want to do animation or whatever." It's just to try it to see if you like it. And you can also learn the media. Like you can learn how to use certain specific paints. But okay, off of that fucking, like, I was very pleased. Yeah, let me tell you, I was pleased to see that. Okay, next up. This one's gonna be really, really short, but you guys know that I watch a lot of artists on YouTube. I like to do, like, I like to paint along as they're doing their art. Like it's just, like, cause I don't know, I don't always have my dad to sit alongside and paint with him, right? But I turn to YouTube videos for that, and I like to check out new artists. Like I'm just like, "Oh, who's this person? Interesting thumbnail, interesting title, or whatever." But I clicked on this woman's video, and it was kind of like a vlog style. Like, she was like getting up and, showing, oh my God, everything just to these people. I don't know why they think everything has to be like their house has to look like an Airbnb or something, But anyway, she's getting up, she's like, fixing her bed in her master bedroom, like we really give a fuck, right? What her fucking bedroom looks like. And then she proceeded to do her makeup, and very beautiful woman, with makeup, without. But as her vlog was going on, like, it was, oh my God, like she was like, "Everybody needs art, you need art, come to my website, buy my artwork, you like it, come buy it." um just really, like the sales pitch was ridiculous. I was like, what fucking makes these people think that that's how they should be talking to people? Like that's the, like, a very heavy sales pitch is the thing to do. Like a for sure thing, a for sure tactic to get people to buy their artwork. And let me tell you, her artwork is amazing. It is. But bitch, fucking lose that shit. You know what I mean? Um, I know people may think that I'm a hater. I sound like a hater, but okay, call me those things. But for real though, that's tacky. That's desperate. That is, to me, that is screaming um that is screaming a starving artist. And remember I was telling you guys about that book that I was listening to, the audiobook, where that stupid motherfucker was like, "Oh yeah, it's okay to copy and, all those stupid things." Um that that person said, oh my gosh, did I just lose it? Yeah, I'm taking my wings out of the oven. Excuse me. That's probably why I lost my train of thought. Um like pretty much, and like analyzing other artists is like, oh, if you copy other people's artworks, you are a striving artist. If you are not copying other artists, that means you are a starving artist. And I'm like, I don't fucking agree with that. I just don't. I think it's the complete opposite. And like I said, it is an insult. Um, it's just like, who the fuck are you? Same shit. Like, what makes you think that that's like the thing to call artists that been doing it probably longer than all these other artists? They just happen to know the techniques, but there really ain't nothing there. And again, I'm just one opinion. They are just another opinion. They're just another, um just whatever the hell they call themselves. Another thing that I was just kind of like, goddamn, was the same woman. um I don't know, like, I went to her website, and I guess she teaches classes, like art classes too. And of course, the videos that she's advertising, right? Because it is an advertisement. Like, it shows her teaching like a shit ton of people, smiling and being like, "Oh, let me help you out with that paint stroke," like. And the website is great, but it just reads sell, 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 or sign up, throw me your money. And again, it's just videos. eh, Pre-recorded videos are teaching these people. It's not, again, it's not personal. Like, it's not, and honestly, I do have a problem with that, because some students, like, they may need a little extra, and I don't know. It's unsettling. It's very nerving to me. It's very fucking annoying, and very fucking clear that it's all about money, and it's all about what they're trying to present themselves as. And I have, well, I'm going to, or I would like to have art classes back on my website. But man, to promote it that fucking heavy, like, I can't imagine myself doing that. Like, oh, sign up, like, you need to sign up, or you need to buy my artwork, buy it now. That's just, oh my god, like, I just wanted to, I wanted to throw my shade. I wanted to comment and be like, man, like, are you serious? Are you serious? But I don't know, like, it's just, again, it's just my opinion. It's just, I don't know, if people are signing up, man, I really hope that they're learning something, and it's not just a video thrown at them, and, oh, like, okay, well, I got my money. you know um yeah, I don't know, just with these artists, it's all about money. That's all it is about. And that pisses me off because I have my feelings and my opinions about what art should be about, and it's just not the same as everybody else. And art is subjective, but I think that's what gives people, or these scam artists, is really the go ahead or the green light to be like, like, oh, it's okay to do that. We just got to have a website, jazzy it up, and just have all, create our own network and all of these things, just to get people to come in and interact with one, like, oh, we have our own community. And at the same time, they're kicked back flipping through their stacks of money. And it's like, shouldn't you guys be I mean, I don't know what the fuck they do. I'm just guessing. But it is pretty disgusting, especially when the person was like, yo, like, like somebody's artwork was out there, that another person recognized the artist's work in their advertisement and was like, yo, did you give them permission to talk shit about your artwork in their fucking advertisement? And the dude was like, no, they just took it. And we've been asking them to take it down, but they haven't. And those comments were 13 weeks ago. And they're still running those fucking ads. Man, and you know what? That tells me a lot. That tells me, and it should tell everybody else, what kind of fucking people they are. To diss somebody's artwork plasticky and cartoony. Like, what if that was what they were going for? Oh, like, their art is shit, but ours is better. Learn to paint like us. And then I don't know. And then I talked about how the lady was like, "Oh, I sold 10,000 paintings." And it's like, again, when they start throwing numbers out there, it is all about money. It is all about money. Fucking argue with me, it's all about money. No one fucking asked that lady how many fucking paintings she has sold. It's not how many paintings she's painted, but how many paintings she has sold. It's all about money. Fucking keywords, man. And they know how people are fucking desperate to find some way, some other way to make money, to make easy money, to make chill money, to stay at home and make money. And they're taking advantage of people that are trying to find themselves. They want to be talented. They want to do shit. And these motherfuckers are taking advantage of all these people and fucking taking artists' work into their advertisement and being like, you don't want your paintings like this, you want your paintings like ours. And the lady that I went to her YouTube video, I went to her website, went to her channel. Man, that fucking her advertisement for fucking TikTok and IG, talking about, oh, you need art, buy my art. You need art. You need art in your house, but buy my art. My art's right here. My art is ready to go. My art is ready to sell. Go to my website right now and buy it. I was like, damn. Is there a laser pointer pointed at me, like fucking forcing me to fucking buy her paintings? Man, money, 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 money. That's all it is. That's all it is. There's no talks about, like, oh, like I'm really trying to finish this painting. Like, this is what the painting means to me, and this is what I want it to do for something. Like, where the fuck is that talk? It's all about, oh, I need to finish this painting and get it up on my website as soon as possible, or I need to finish this painting so I can run off prints and sell the prints. And then they want to get people like to freak out and be like, oh, I'm only gonna have 10 prints, so come and get yours before it runs out. Go over there right now. You'll never see this painting again. There's only going to be 10, as if they're like so important. Selling classes and things like that, like that's a whole nother, like, you're literally like fucking with people that are desperate. Like they can't just do a class, but like I said, and it's all about throwing these pre-recorded videos teaching these people. It's not really them teaching, taking a time out of their day to like personally teach them on a Zoom call. They'll rather throw a pre-recorded fucking video and be like, "Oh, okay, here's how you paint." And it's like, we could have went to any fucking YouTube channel, art channel, and learned how to paint. So like, you're paying money for a video. I don't know. Like, to me, that's just disrespectful, and it's fraud like. Oh my god, it's just so fucking annoying. And it's just like, damn. So this is how people are using their platform. But anyhow, so man, you guys be careful. If you guys are like into like art, um let me tell you, this art community, it's starting to look like, to me, like fast fashion. Yeah, they have the talent and they could probably paint fast. I can paint fast on a few things, but man, like, it's what you're doing with it. It's what you're looking like. And I don't know, people are just using that to be like, "Oh, well, I'm just gonna whip this up really quick and just get it out there." And honestly, again, it's like, who the fuck are these people? But I don't know. I just want you guys to, I would say, be more careful, be more selective. And there's a lot of people that judge. I judge all the time, you know what I mean? um I pay attention to techniques, you know and when this lady was like, "Oh, well, art galleries, they don't really want anything in acrylic, they want everything in oil." And that kind of tells me that she only fucks with like places that she thinks that are way, way high end. And man, you should see this woman work on a fucking canvas. Like, people are talking to her and she's just like, "Hot what?" Like, "Oh, I'm not listening. I'm just doing my thing right now." And it's just like, you're a fucking bitch. Like, how are you wanting to sell a painting or to answer customers' questions, students' questions, since it's your fucking class? And she's just like, "Fuck you guys, I just want to do this painting, show you guys how it's done, and like, give me your money." Like, without really like giving like some actual pointers, right? But I don't know, I think she's a short-tempered bitch. I think she's very fucking controlling. I think her student or her daughter is fucking scared of her, and like, it's just, I don't know. Like, she don't really have a personality, in my opinion. Like, and I just hope that when people do purchase her work, or when art galleries are like looking at her shit, um they're more like, I hope that they include that, okay, this woman whose attitude is a piece of shit, I don't want her fucking energy or her paintings in my gallery. You know what I'm saying? Um and not just be like, "Oh, this is a magnificent piece," because you're just blowing this bitch's head up to be even more of a bitch. And just being like, "Oh, well, like, I've been doing this for so many years, me and my husband, and I taught my daughter, and she just had a child, and I'm going to teach that baby how to paint, and we're going to turn it into, like, like a lot of money, you know, like thousands, and oh, I painted 10,000 paintings, and it's just like, oh my god. Okay, like can we like not talk about you and like talk about, you know, like other shit, but oh, that's right. We got to pay for that. It's more money, more money, more money. And this is fucking crazy. Like when you go behind the paywall, it's all more like, oh well, you can take this course for this much money. And it's a limited time. So you better do it now. You better get this course now. And it's like, man, like I just got anxious all of a sudden, just, you know, reading that advertisement. And it's like, dude, you know, and the best thing I'm gonna tell you people is just to fucking click off, man. Like if a fucking artist is being like that other fucking lady, like, oh yeah, you gotta buy a paint, you need a painting, everybody needs art. Buy my art. Buy my art though. I can't imagine talking to people like that. Like for me, let me tell you, like when I do an art show, I want to educate people about what's on the canvas. Like that's what I feel comfortable talking about. I don't want to like big up on a painting, and you know, like I could just imagine this woman's sales pitch. You know, the one that's, you know, charging for free shit. Um I could just imagine her being like, oh, this is all oil. Oh, and you know, like I do it like this, or I've, you know, like just talking about like her own special techniques. I'm pretty sure she's not teaching everybody. She's gonna keep it for herself to tell, or you know, to sell to like an art collector or like an art gallery. Like she's keeping those keywords to herself. She's not teaching that. She's keeping that for her shit so that her shit sells. So she want to make money in a gallery, art collectors, and from having classes, right? But she's not going to teach you those keywords. She's not going to teach you all of the techniques, right? And I said this before, like it's cool if you're an artist and if you have a certain way of doing shit for your specific art, that's okay because I have my own. If somebody asks me, sure, I'll say it, because certain mediums don't work with other certain mediums, right? So it's like, okay, well, this is what I have to do to get the paint to stick. Okay, moving on. She's not going to tell you those things. She's not going to tell you those things. And if she taught her daughter, she's probably threatening her daughter, like, you better not tell anybody, or I'm cutting you off the family fortune, right? Because she just seems like that kind of lady, right? But I just can't imagine like really trying to sell a piece, you know. And I come from a family of artists where our artwork sells itself. And I know a lot of artists say that, but when you listen to the things that they say, or like they talk about, you know, numbers, when they talk about all what they've known and, you know, how they've been doing stuff, you can pretty much tell that they're really trying to sell. For me, it's like, mm, see, like I'm probably giving away my art secrets right now telling you guys. But for me, my work, it is for education. When somebody looks at my painting, they're like, "Oh my god, what is that?" Like, "Oh, that's a cricket." "Oh my gosh." And it's like, yeah, if you look at the cricket, like the design inside, that represents lightning. That's a lightning symbol. And a cricket represents focus. And a cricket is all what people should strive to be, is focused. Focused and ready, alert, ready to go, you know? And they're just like, "Oh my god, that's freaking awesome." But when you hear other people talk about their art, like it would be great to like know why they painted that. Just because they know how to paint roses, they're gonna throw roses on that bitch everywhere. Like, what does a rose mean to you? I don't know. I just threw that in there. Because to me, I would be like, oh, why red roses and not pink roses? You know what I'm saying? But they're just gonna be like, I don't know, that's just the paint that I had, the pink color that I had, and I just threw it up there. Oh my god. Okay, goodbye. And I'm gonna leave you guys with this. And I've told this story before on the Why Run podcast. If you guys haven't checked it out, I'll drop a link. But you guys can fucking find it anywhere. But there was this artist, and he did watercolors, and they were dope as shit. And he did this painting, and it was like the sun was coming out from a black mountain, and he painted the trees black, and he painted this figure in black, and the background was the main focus, right? It was all watercolor. It was like, red, yellow, orange, and everything else was black, like shadows. Very simple, but I had questions, right? Because, bitch, I know art. So I asked this guy. I was like, "Oh, I like that painting." And he's just like, "Yeah." He don't think much of his artwork clearly, but I was like, "Is that like a specific person?" And he was like, "Nah, that's just a person." Okay, is that a man or a woman? Because it had like a blanket. It looked like this person had a blanket like over their head. And he was like, "I don't know, just a person." And I'm like, "Okay." I said, "Is this at a certain spot? Like what landscape is this? Like, is this an actual place?" And he's just like, "Oh, like I just drew a mountain and trees." I'm like, "Okay." And this was at a Native American art show. So I'm thinking like, okay, what tribe are you? And is your tribe from this region? Or like, did you paint your region in this painting? Excuse me. And he was just like, nah, whatever you want it to be. I was like, all right, well, I'm looking at the watercolor. Is this a sunrise or is this a sunset? And he's like, whatever. I couldn't fucking believe it. Like, nah, I just did it just to do it, just to paint it. There's this other fucking artist on YouTube. I really liked her videos in the beginning, like 2 years ago. But she just, man, like she just, I hate her fucking attitude. Even her face pisses me off when I see it on YouTube, where she was doing a podcast with one of her friends, and like he asked her something and she was like, I don't know, I just did it. It's just like and these motherfuckers have like the subscribers, they have the customers, they're getting orders, and like their videos consist of packing orders, and running off labels, and printing stickers, and you know uh postcards, and just being so stressed out about it. And it's just like, you guys are so fucking ungrateful. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, these customers, your YouTube channel, everything, like, it has given you stability, even the go ahead to get your stupid ass a fucking studio. Like, you actually were able to move out of your house to get a studio space. And they're fucking looking, acting, and sounding so fucking ungrateful. Ungrateful ass fucking bitches, man. I'm telling you. And they're just like, yeah, yeah, I guess, yeah, yeah, whatever. Like, fuck, I wish I could just not give a fuck about my art too. And have all these fucking people just grabbing at my shit, you know? Like, fuck, man, I wouldn't even know what the fuck to do. But I don't know, like these, uh, it's just wild, man. It's wild to me. But yo, you guys, be careful, be a lot more selective. Yeah, their artwork may be like super attractive, but if they're gonna make you feel like that's the only one on earth that you're ever gonna get, I don't believe that shit. My whole thing is like, and this may sound very vague, or like it may sound like bullshit, but like, if in to me a true artist is that if the artist could mass produce their own works, like, a formula or a system, or if they're able to do these things over and over again and mass produce their own shit, that's a true artist. Because people are like, well, some of these artists are like, oh my god, this is the only one, you're never gonna get it ever again. And it's like, well, someone may want to order one maybe in a different color, so you mean to say that you can't ever do it again? Dang, that's crazy. And I would say, don't, they're trying to throw you guys in a loop, like to stay liking their stuff. And the artwork, it should represent and sell itself. I don't have to do that, because the reason for me doing art is completely different, and I guarantee you it is not for a paycheck. I've done a lot with my art. I've done a lot with my works. I've donated pieces, and it felt great. I had reasons to do it, but people, artists, they say, "Oh, I'm not too attached to my work." The bitch that fucking said, like, "I don't know, I just did it." That's her. She's not attached to her art. She just does it, right? Like she said, "I just did it." But artists that are all about money, they are attached to their art, and they're not gonna let it go for a couple hundred when they think with their big ass heads that they're worth thousands. They're very precious with their shit because to them it's a moneymaker. So I would suggest that if you are looking for an art piece, get to know the artist, watch their mannerisms, watch how they talk to people and their body language and shit. Like, because you don't want that negative shit in your house. I wouldn't want it. I would have been like, shit, this fucking lady, like the way she talks to people, and man, it's just money, 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 and that that fake laughing shit, and then just she's just playing along until you write that check. Bet your ass you're gonna see her whole asshole come out if you were to post date that check for a later date. Man, she will come in and fucking, yeah, she'll fucking rip your throat out. But I would say really, really fall in love with the painting. Know the reason behind the painting. Is that more you, or is it more of the artist? And if you're choosing a painting that represents the artist, make sure that the artist is a good person before you just take it. Because us artists, we know composition, we know vibrant colors, we know techniques, we know all of these things that can, we make things that do sell. We make things look really attractive. We make things look pretty, right? Like we know how to do that. It's and I hate to say this, but it is almost like manipulation, right? We're manipulating a painting. We're putting like, like almost like narcissistic traits in a painting to be like, "Oh, I know this is going to sell. I fucking know it's going to sell." Who doesn't want a Bruce Lee painting? Who doesn't want Like if we were to really go that route of painting other people's stuff, right? Like, oh, everybody loves Bruce Lee. Everybody loves, Aaliyah and Left Eye and, all of just whatever, right? I know it's gonna sell and I'm gonna sell it for this much. Well, first of all, like I could talk so much shit, right? But know the artist that has done it. Because is it manipulation? And I would say purchase an art piece from a very, very good artist, a loving, caring artist that really loves the craft. They have really good skill. They're very careful. They're not like, oh, I just go to town and I'm just, and it looks like shit. And then they want to be like, oh, yeah, I know this is going to sell. See, like, how is it that they can sell, but that same person encourages you to not do it for sale? There's another fucking artist that does that. Yeah. She's like, oh, I know my paintings could sell. And then in the same breath, oh, but don't do that. Because when you're looking at art to sell, like you're missing the fun of it. So it's like, okay, I think you're trying to shove people down that support you and that love your work, right? They love your shitty techniques, and you're trying to teach them, or they're trying to harness your style of doing it, right? But what, you're telling them not to sell their works because you don't want the competition, that their messy way of doing your technique is better, but don't try to sell it. Makes a lot of sense to me because I know what it looks like. But anyway, yeah, I think my hot wings are cold now. Thanks a lot to the fraudulence in the art community. But again, this is all allegedly. These are just my opinions. It's just how I see it, and I bet your ass, fuck those the comments. Those weren't my comments. Those were people that were like, yeah, those motherfuckers took my art, put it in their ad, and talk shit about it to up their ads, to up their numbers, and then them asking them to take it down and they didn't. Shit, man. Fucking lawsuit, man. I would fucking sue. I would fucking sue. I'd be like, as soon as you guys drop that, I want the dates, I want receipts, and I want the numbers of how many people purchased the classes due to this by clicking on this fucking ad, because everything's documented. I want all of those fucking earnings because you use my painting in your advertising. I would fucking sue. Shit, man. I'm telling you, people just be getting away with shit. But anyway, I hope you guys learned a lot from this. There's a lot of fucking takeaways. And again, it's all allegedly, but yo, we got the fucking screenshots. We got receipts. Right? The videos are out there, the advertising's out there. I'm not making this shit up. Like, I done fucking said these things about a week ago. And I know I got loud. I know I said, oh, I need to tone it down. And man, fuck all that. I'm trying to make a point, and I will be dramatic as fuck because it's like, where's that outrage? How come I'm the only one that's outraged about this shit? I'm the only one that gives a fuck about other motherfuckers that we shouldn't be giving any fucks about, but they are scamming people. Jeez, man. But anyhow, I hope you guys got some takeaways, and thank you all so much to those that are listening live. Hi, babe. And if you are listening to this on a playback, don't forget to add, rate, comment, subscribe, follow, and share. And yeah, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I'm actually recording another podcast, and that one's going to be released tomorrow. So yeah, you guys check it out. And actually, yeah, it's gonna be about my my art struggles. I'm already struggling, honestly, on my bookshelf. That's what I'm working on right now. If you guys go to my IG stories, Instagram.com/AudreyalKoinva, you guys would see that I'm working on my bookshelves, and I'm already running into a problem, and I needed to take a break. I needed to get something to eat. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be talking about in that episode that's going to be released tomorrow. So I hope you guys will check it out. And yeah, you guys have a beautiful, safe night, and I will talk to you guys later.